Hello folks, meteorologist Jamie Cagle here with the forecast, and we're going to start things out with the headlines. We are going to see some thawing temperatures. Yes, temperatures above freezing for a change. That is going to be primarily for Tuesday and Wednesday. Towards the middle of the week, especially looking Wednesday evening into Thursday, we do have a strong system coming our way. Thursday starts out rather warm, but the temperatures will just take a nosedive throughout the day. We're going to have some very strong winds. That is going to highlight our next weather impact alert. And here's a look at those temperatures. Today we expect mid-20s. We'll get to those low 40s if you can believe that. But then you can watch those numbers kind of taper off a little bit. That 33 on Thursday, relatively early in the day. In fact, we could see our daytime high just before sunrise and then watch the numbers start to drop off afterwards. The temperatures will try to make a rebound there for Friday, but you see probably a good 10 degrees cooler between Thursday and Friday. And Friday, when you see the 7-day, will start out very cold around here. That's a little bit of a temperature roller coaster ride. It's been moving in the right direction, or that warmer direction, after we came out of the deep freeze for this weekend. 24-hour temperature change as we look at early Monday afternoon versus early Sunday afternoon. It is a good 15 to 25 degrees warmer just about everywhere. Let's go up towards Grand Marais, where you're going to have Lake Superior really impacting your temperatures pretty much throughout the entire winter. But nonetheless, just an incredible rebound with those temperatures. And right now, sitting at the freezing mark, Marshall, Jackson, Laverne, going to find some mid and upper 20s near the Minnesota River Valley. Get into northern Minnesota, a few more of those teens still showing up on the map. 24 in the Twin Cities. Like I said, we're expected to hit about 25 under mostly cloudy skies today. Then as you take a look, we'll step out of the way and you can see very mild temperatures looking back to the west. Rapid City, North Platte, nearly 50 degrees there. 61 Rapid City. Now they get a lot of the Chinook winds, those winds that come off the mountains, and it warms as it comes down to those lower elevations. But notice how those temperatures really start to drop as you look to the east. That warm air, that mild air, is going to run over a lot of snowpack, and that's just going to cool it as it continues to the east. We still get a nice warm up out of the deal, but we're just not going to see 50s, 60s, and 70s like they may see a little further to the west. And this is a big reason why you can get it still to warm in many parts of the west. And that is because there's just little to no snow on the ground. Now, granted, there is quite a bit of snowfall in the high country, in the mountains there. And that's where you would expect it. But again, as those mild temperatures sit over bare ground, it is a little easier to warm it and keep it warm. So it will have a cooling effect as it gets closer to Minnesota and to Wisconsin. But that being said, still going to be a very mild couple of days around here till we get to Thursday, late Wednesday into Thursday. We're going to have some strong winds Wednesday night, and I'm going to show you this in the microcast. We're going to have a little bit of rain, possibly a little freezing rain trying to mix in, but it looks like primarily rain, and it should turn over to snow on the backside of all this on Thursday. Strong winds, and again, just those diving temperatures. So while you have mild temperatures on Wednesday, rain, and then dropping temperatures and strong winds on Thursday, the concern is then going to be for flash freezing, where again the temperatures drop rapidly with some strong winds across it. Wet surfaces can become icy surfaces, so throughout Thursday do be very, very careful. Then we'll throw a little bit of good news on top of that for those of you that are just tired of those below average temperatures. Here's looking beyond the 7-day forecast, 8 to 14. So close out December going into January, and pretty good reason that we will have near normal temperatures, maybe just a little bit above average. There is what the outlook is. This is painted with a broad stroke. So this isn't saying every single day is going to be X amount of degrees above average. This is just saying we're going to trend a lot closer to average, unlike what we had this past weekend. Right now, satellite radar pretty quiet around here, a little bit of cloud cover, and some clearing coming in. We're going to have a little weak disturbance come by for tomorrow, and then that stronger Thursday system is still sitting right up here off the west coast of Canada right now. But as we go in closer, again, we'll get some sunshine, just a little light precipitation down there between Mankato and about Albert Lea right now. Take you through the microcast, pretty quiet, and again, clouds coming and going. You're going to see a weak little system coming through. This is Tuesday, tomorrow morning. Very weak, but again, maybe a little bit of drizzle out there. Then we're going to move from Tuesday into Wednesday, and now our system's making a drive across the northern border there. This is what we're going to have. A little bit of light rainfall Wednesday night. You can see a little freezing rain trying to mix in. And then on the backside of all this, here come those strong winds, some snow showers, and those dropping temperatures throughout the afternoon on Thursday. It doesn't look like this would necessarily be high snowfall totals. This is going to be more the nuisance where we go from wet surfaces to icy surfaces, diving temperatures and strong winds. Just going to be one of those days. It's not going to be all that pleasant to be outside. Today, a lot of 20s and 30s on the map, a fair amount of cloud cover right now, but we'll get some afternoon sunshine in here. Let's get into the overnight lows. Certainly seeing some improvement there as well. Single digits to the low 20s across the area, and then we get into Tuesday already, and look at this. 40s expected all the way into northern Minnesota, if you can believe that. Again, it'll just feel abnormally warm, to say the least, especially coming out of the last couple of days we've had around here. So again, showers late there on Wednesday. Most of your day is dry. Falling temperatures, weather impact alert, strong winds, and those numbers will just plummet. Look at that. -3 to kick things off for Friday, and we'll make it back to the 20s. Somewhat seasonal and still a little cooler there for the weekend, but certainly nothing like what we just saw around here.